beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're old, thank you very much. My name is Azinui and my videos on my channel captures bits and pieces about myself, mostly when I'm in the kitchen, travel, or sometimes about career. So today I'm going to be making puff puff. Some call it fritters, but I call it puff puff. It's something that is eaten in Cameroon, Zambia, Nigeria, Ghana, you name it. I hope you're going to enjoy this video, and if you do, please subscribe, comment and share, and also don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. Welcome back. So for this recipe we are going to be using self-raising flour. We are also just going to be using instant yeast. This is the pack I'm using. We are also just going to use half a cup of sugar and 2 cups of flour. We are going to use lukewarm water. I have here a liter of lukewarm water. I'm going to use it in the mixture. And of course a pinch of salt. I always like to use a pinch of salt each time I'm making puff puff because it adds a little bit of taste to the puff puff. So what we are going to be using to make puff puff, let's get into the mixture. So before I forget, this is the glass I used. I used this glass for the measurement. So the flour here is 2 of these glasses, and the sugar is just half of this glass. So usually when I'm making puff puff I don't make measurements, but because I was making this video I had to make sure I make measurements so that everyone can be able to make the puff puff at home. So you can either mix with your hands, or you mix with this, or you mix with anything that you have to mix with. But personally I always mix my puff puff with my hands. So for this video I'm going to mix with my hands. So to begin, I'll wash my hands and then I come back. So I've washed my hands and I'm just going to begin the mixture. So what I'm going to do firstly is to mix the sugar and a pinch of salt. I'll put the sugar and pinch of salt in a bowl, and then I add water. For the water, I'm just going to use this cup to take it out from the bigger bowl. So I am mixing, let me see how much water that is. So I have just taken 300 milliliters of water. So I'm going to put it in here. Reason I'm using lukewarm water is to facilitate the process. When you mix the yeast, everything is just it's going to be easy for the puff puff or for the mixture to rise, so you can fry quickly. So I'll just stir that until I have everything is completely dissolved. So now that we have everything dissolved, of course you can also use white sugar. I'm using brown sugar because it's what I have available. So you can use brown sugar or any form of sugar that you have, but I'm having brown sugar and that's why I'm using it. So now that my mixture is ready, I'll just pour it in my flour. But before that, always make sure you put in your yeast in the flour. So you mix dry ingredients together, and then the wet ingredients will come inside later. So I'm just going to cut off the packet and then I measure what is required for this particular recipe. So for this I'm going to measure 2 teaspoons of yeast. You see, that is the quantity I'm using. I'm measuring 2 teaspoons. So 2 teaspoons of yeast, that's it. Put this aside. So I'll just gently mix everything in there. My yeast and my flour is ready. my sugar and salt solution is ready. So everything is ready. I'll just pour this solution into the flour. Like I said, you can mix it with anything. You can mix it with a spatula, you can mix it with your hand, you can mix it with anything. Personally, I really just like to mix it with my hand. So I'm going to just dive in and mix with my hand. So you see the water is not enough. So because I already measured my lukewarm water and kept, I add the first amount I put with the sugar was 300 milliliters. So I'm going to add 300 milliliters again. I'm adding 300 milliliters again. Remember, it's lukewarm water you're using. You don't want to add cold water into your mixture. So I'll mix with my hand. Please don't judge my hand. I just like mixing and doing my things with my hand. So this is the mixture I have. To be honest, this mixture is soft. I won't let it be like this. So because it's soft, I'm just going to add a little bit of flour to it to make it harder a bit. If you leave the mixture this soft, when the flour is rising, it's going to be very, very soft and you will not be able to fry. Like, it's going to come out to be pancakes. I think so. So this mixture is very light. It's very, very light. So your mixture has to be thicker. So I'm going to take a little bit more of flour and add into the mixture. So I'm going to add just about a handful. Just about a handful. This is it. This is how you want your mixture to feel like and to look like. You see, it's not as soft as it is or it was. So with this, when everything is ready, frying will not be that difficult, and your dough or your puff puff will not come out too hard. If the dough is very hard, it's going to be, your puff puff is going to come out very hard. If the dough is very soft when we're mixing, of course the puff puff is going to come out, shapeless, or it won't come out the way you want it to be. So for me personally, this is how I always let my dough be when I'm mixing it. I'm going to let this sit for like 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we are going to deep fry. If you're using a pan or a bowl that has a lid, all you need to do is just to cover it. But because this one I'm using doesn't have a lid, I'm going to use a foil paper. So like I said, I'll leave it for 30 minutes and then I'm going to come back and fry. So guys, I'm back. I initially said I'm going to cover for 30 minutes, but I covered for 45 minutes, and this is what my dough looks like. This is my dough. It's ready for me to fry. So we are going to deep fry. You can use a spoon to fry. You can use your hand. Like I said, personally, I always just want to use my hand each time I'm doing puff puff. So we are going to fry now. I just washed my hands, so I'm going to fry now. My oil is ready, it's hot already. You want to fry in hot oil, not lukewarm oil. If you fry in lukewarm oil, your puff puff is just going to soak in the oil. So you want your oil to be hot when you want to fry. So my oil is hot and is ready for me to fry. Like I said, you can use a spoon, you can use whatever you want to use to fry, but I want to use my hands. So I'll take a scoop, and there we go. I don't know if you can see what it looks like, but look at that. So this is how I make my puff puff. I always just make it like I said, and I put in the fridge and I eat within the week, and it's just easy going. And if you have an occasion, if you have a party, You can also make puff puff. People like it a lot. People just pass by, pick one and eat. And last time I made it, my friends didn't stop eating. So I really hope you like this video and you're going to try out the recipe at home. If you do try it out, please share in the comment section how it turned out, and subscribe, comment, and let's wait for my next video. Thank you very much for staying tuned up till now, and voila, this is my puff puff. Puff puff is ready. My puff puff is ready right here. This is how my puff puff looks like. This is how my puff puff looks like. Yummy, isn't it?